Big John, Big John.
Well, good Sunday morning, everybody. Oh man, I slept like a rock last night. Too long. Anyway, we're gonna get this truck started, take it over to Dad's so he can start filling it up. Ground's wet here. Why is the ground wet here? I don't know. It don't smell like fuel or anything. Something got spilled there. Probably the dump trailer sat there at one point and leaked hydraulic oil. She'll do that. Running. Got to tighten the sand locks up on the back. I need to check the air in all the tires too. Should have did that yesterday. Alright, well, she'll have air pressure in a matter of a couple minutes. And I'll pull around in front of the barn and check the air pressure. Well, just had one of them moments. I got done filling up all the tires. Before I started that, I took this hub from the grain drill. Tammy's cooking peppers and stuff up here, and I got to clean the grease up, but I sat it right here because if you have a Blackstone, you know that there's a tremendous amount of heat that comes out the sides. So I set that hub right here, and I had the shaft in the freezer.
Look at these peppers and onions.
Oh,
looking good.
so Tammy come out here and I said, I'm going to have you hold this. So I pulled the hub down and had her hold it straight up. We grabbed the thing out of the freezer. And it went in there part way, and
too far.
3 taps with a hammer, and it was too far. Luckily, she caught that, and I got a pry bar and was able to pry it back out before everything tightened up. So it slid together really well doing it that way. I was going to use a torch to heat that up, but when she was cooking on that Blackstone, I said, why not use that? So anyway, you got to drill a couple holes and get the roll pin in it, and then trim this down to size of the old one, slip it together, mount it back on the grain cart, get Bertha hooked up to it, and we'll be good to go. Yeehaw, after lunch. Okay, got the roll pin in there, got the holes drilled. This one, now the other one, wallered out a little bit on me. Drill walked on me. So I put a piece of tie wire through there to hold that in so it can't come out. It's tight on this side. Cut her to length, slid the other one over top of it. Now it won't come apart. So there we go. So she's ready to bolt back on. Dad's here. Lunch is done. Going in to eat. All right, then we'll get busy. All right, just got done eating. It was delicious. Dad just took off in the Ranger. He's going to get the combine started. Set the brakes. Let's have a air leak in the trailer back here. Slight one. Set the brakes. This thing will hold air for days. So anyway, I'll get this moved over to Dad's. Tane's gonna come pick me up, bring me back, and I'll get Bertha out of the barn, get it hooked to the grain cart, pull that around by the garage, get that PTO shaft, put back in it, get it greased, and make sure everything running good. Make sure the bottom of it's closed up. Forgot to do that one time. Makes a mess. More grain in the top, comes right out the bottom. Beans are too expensive to be thrown on the ground. See if I can remember how to drive this thing. Let's get a little air in the seat. That's better. Well, luckily she's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Don't have to put $1,000 in it quite yet. Maybe. Oh. Maybe I'll just fill it up when it gets to half a tank. Then it'll only be $500, $600. Sent me a message, one of the guys I buy seed from. I got wheat coming from him, so he said he had time today. He was gonna dump the wheat into a wagon. He's got a bunch of wagons that he lets people use, so he's gonna put wheat in a wagon and bring it over, park it out by the barn. So what's going on here? That'll be good. I'll have wheat. Head back over, get the grain cart booked on, get that over there, have Tammy come get me again. I'll get Scooter. Well, I gotta get the 2470 put on the inline ripper because Dad wants to inline rip along them headlands there. Because he wants to put alfalfa in that field for Nathan next year. So, to get the inline ripper through there and hopefully not have a water lake. So I'll do that when I get back. Go do that real quick. Then come back and get the grain drill hooked on Scooter and ready to go. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. And I gotta go to work early today. Gotta be in at 9:30. Dust is a-flying. All right, we have a special guest. Say hi, Nova. Look at them new glasses. Aren't they pretty on the sides? New shoes. Styling. So Lester's here too. So they're gonna help me get the grain cart hooked up while they're here. So we'll catch up with you in a few minutes. Okay, last fall, or this spring, I took 2 fittings off here, and I don't remember what for, but Lester stopping in the barn getting them. So I pulled around here by the garage so we can get the shaft on and them fittings on. So here we go. Okay, this battery's about dead, but yeah, we got the shaft on, got everything greased, got the trap door shut. I made sure of that. Hydraulics are hooked up, and Nova's gonna drive it over to Dad's house. You gonna drive it?
No.
Okay, she's gonna ride with me while I drive it. So we'll see you over there. Okay, we made it over to Dad's. The truck, I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's just about full, about 1 dump. So Dad's over here taking the headlands off. So I'm gonna follow him. Me and Nova are gonna follow him with the grain cart, and we'll get that last dump or two, and then we'll go fill the semi up, and then park this, and then we'll take the semi and go to Toledo.
Dump it out.
And empty it out. What do you think? I see Grandma's up there putting your booster seat in the semi. You see they coming out back here, Nova? See they're coming out of the auger? He's got a window so he can see.
In there, they jump clear up in that bend. You ain't interested in that, so are you?
She's being bashful.
You just want the money, right? You don't care where they come from or where they're going, as long as we got the money.
Some of these stems are still a little green, aren't they?
You're damn right they are. And the beans are green.
12.
The ones that depend on the haul.
Well, this ain't good. Speedometer's not working. Won't let me rev over 1500 RPMs. Acting all weird. So I shut it off a couple different times. Got over to the corner, 623, sat there in the truck stop, crawled underneath of it, looked for broken wires or anything like that. Nothing going on. Talked to my buddy. He couldn't tell me what was going on. Checked the engine, checked for codes. There's no codes. I was so flustered, I drove out of there with the tractor brakes set. Got about 1/8 of a mile down the road, and I look in the mirror and they're just smoke bellowing, so I cooked the brakes. So I got home and watered them down, made sure nothing was on fire. So I got to tear the CB off. There's some screws in here, and the fuse box is up underneath here, so we're gonna tackle that. Yeehaw. Well, here it sits, still loaded. The speedometer sensor, tail shaft sensor for the speedometer must be bad. Of course, nobody's open. Ed Schmidt, General, Fremont, all them are closed. And I thought, you know what the heck? I called Valley Transport because they have a big service center for their fleet. And lo and behold, somebody picked up the phone, a guy named Terry. So he told me what was going on, gave me some pointers. Here, try this. Might not work. Well, it didn't. So we unplugged the sensor hoping it would work. Well, unplugging the sensor is probably the same as it being bad. So I'm going to stop in Fremont and pick up a new one. Hopefully they got one. So I'm stopping at Fremont Volvo, Fremont White in the morning, and hopefully they got one. He told me they're a real bear to get out, so I crawled back under there after I was off the phone with him and squirted some weasel piss on it, soaking, I shouldn't say that, some penetrating oil in there, and so it's soaking. And yeah, I called Dad to tell him what was going on. He says, I was just getting ready to look for you, thinking you'd be back from Toledo pretty quick. No, I haven't even left. So I explained to him what's going on. He's just about done with that field over there, or them two fields actually. They're running in the mid-50s, which I can't complain. So the grain cart's over there stuffed full. The combine will be full. I think I'm gonna make a phone call and see if I can either get Kirk or Bob to come over and load them and get rid of them tomorrow morning. Well, they could probably go tonight. I can't. I got to leave for work. So I got my registration with my VIN number on it. So I got my VIN number for in the morning, because you can't get nothing without a VIN number anymore. So yeah, I think I'm going to take Scooter, right over there with the mower. And I'm going to do one last mowing of the lanes through the woods and everything, get all that stuff mowed down, and then unhook the mower because Scooter's going on the grain drill. So I got to do that yet, and I got to get the the quick hitch put on the back of the 2470 and get the inline ripper hooked onto that. So I ought to just go take a nap before work tonight, but that's not going to happen. I can tell that because I'm cranked up about that truck. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.